Everyone, and welcome back to the Nova Project. I'm your host as ever, Peppermint, doing another book review real quick. It's been a hot minute since I've read this one. I got it from the library, and that was before I did the book reviews. So it's a little bit weird. So bear with me. I'm gonna try and remember some of the best of my abilities, as well as the help of Google. Because, like I say, it's been a while. I read it pretty much not that long after I read the first one. Good couple of years, I want to say. So, yeah, just bear with me. So, I am, of course, if you couldn't guess by the title and the picture I took in Waterstones, which is the backdrop. I do apologise again. I do not actually have a copy of this book to hand. Yeah, so I'm doing The Lost World, the sequel to Jurassic Park, of course. The one that is famous for its movie release that actually does not have a lot to do with the plot of this book. So yeah, I'm just gonna remind myself. So if you're not a big watcher of the show, I've covered the first book, and we've also covered the first 3 films on our little podcast show thingy. So go check them out if you like, to sort of see our thoughts on the films, mainly mine because Madam doesn't like to talk. But yeah, so much like the film, this is set on Site B, the production facility, with Ian Malcolm, not Jeff Goldblum because it's a book, although that would be pretty impressive. It's set on Site B where all the dinosaur monsters are made. There's a lot more characters. Kelly is still in, which is Ian Malcolm's stepdaughter. Can't remember from the film. I think in the book, I can see in the book there are 2 kids. There's Kelly, who's unrelated. I believe she is just like a fan, and so is this other boy named Arby. There's a character named Doc, who's basically just this old guy who is an absolute badass and just keeps saving everyone. Eddie Carr is in it. He is much younger than he is portrayed in the film, and he dies. He still gets one of the worst deaths, not in a bad way. Like, obviously in the film he's famous for being tug of warred, shall we say, by 2 T-Rexes, whereas in the book he is killed on their little lift. He basically gets pulled out when he's poking velociraptors with a pole and eaten. I mean, what else are they going to do? They're not going to pull out like little Glock 9, like 9mm and just shoot him. But yeah, so the main thing is there's a lot more complex to the place. It's like the InGen mercenaries are still there. There's not that many. There's not like a full like army like there is in the film, but it's led by piece of shit Lewis Dodgson, the main bad guy from the first film, I want to say, that meets up with Wayne Knight. Yeah, of course it's the first one. Dodgson also comes back for Jurassic World Dominion, which we will not talk about. We'll cover that film eventually, but it's not my place to talk about it here. He comes with Howard King and another biologist named Basilton. It's just more bodies to add to the pile, to be honest. They come with... I can't remember Ian Malcolm's partner. Oh, I feel terrible. Again, it's been ages since I've read this. His partner goes with them because she's unable to get there. I can't remember why. But basically, she gets on that boat, and Sarah Harding, there you go. Dodgson tries to kill her because he's a piece of shit. But she survives, and then regroups with Dr. Malcolm and Doc. That's not confusing. And the 2 kids who obviously stow away, like in the film. Um, Eddie is actually the one. I've just realised Vince Vaughn's character from the film is not actually in the book. That's really weird. I don't know. I can't remember his name in the film. This is going well. But yeah, he doesn't exist. Eddie basically sort of takes on that role. Eddie's like the apprentice of Doc. But yeah, there's no Hammond to sort of instruct him to be a saboteur. It's just everyone sort of does not want to die, basically, after one of Malcolm's colleagues heads to the island. I believe he survives. So yeah, Dodgson, being the piece of shit he is, tries to steal some eggs, which results in one of them being eaten by T-Rex. Because, yikes, that did not go well. Because they gave him false information about T-Rex's vision being based on movement. Which of course is a myth. Because somehow we know that because, you know, T-Rexes are famously still around. So yeah, for the most part, it's sort of a 50-50 of original stuff, and then there are moments where you're like, oh yeah, I remember that from the film. Like, InGen is very much not the large army that they have in the film. They're very smaller. Most of them have names, but most of them are just there to die. Dodgson dies in this one. He gets literally picked up by a T-Rex and fed to the babies, which is grim. It still gets the happy ending, but the InGen fed the young dinosaurs some shit to basically kill them. It's sad. There is no happy ending from the film where it's just like they lived happily ever after while being undisturbed until the plot needed it for a third film with Sam Neill, who does not care. But yeah, it's good. You know, if you're, as opposed to the first one where the film is very much based off of the book, this one has a lot more differences that I would definitely recommend you check out, just so that you can see how different things were and how much they diverted. I think they paid him to make this novel, and then they just didn't use most of it. So at the very least, he got some money out of it, but it's just a shame how much they changed it. I mean, the second one is still really good, film-wise. But because they want more money from sequels, they just decided that they were going to change a lot of the plot, which is a shame. But again, still both very good in their own regards. So check this one out if you can. Definitely recommend. But yeah, I've been your host as ever, Peppermint. It's 3 in the morning. I'm tired. Why am I doing this? I thought I'd just do it while I have a brief bit of memory. So yeah, I've been your host as ever, Peppermint. Thank you ever so much for listening, and I will see you at some point for another one.